Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. So the Players Union is going to have a vote very shortly on MLB's proposal. We're going to find out if we have baseball this summer or not. Let me just recap real quick what happened last week, and then let's get into what's going to happen today very shortly. So last week, Rob Manfred, Tony Clark came together, had a face-to-face meeting in Arizona. If you watch our videos, you know this. They discussed what the season could potentially look like. When the meeting ended, MLB thought that they basically had a deal in place with the Players Union for a 60-game season. Well, the Players Union, after discussing, said, no, we don't really have a deal in place. We actually want 70 games. MLB got upset, said, I thought we had a deal in place here. What the hell's going on? And they said, okay, fine. You want 70 games? Too bad. We're not discussing this at all. I don't care about your counter proposal number 4,000. We're playing 60 games, okay? That's the offer. Take it or leave it, okay? And so now they've changed a couple of small details from a couple of days ago. And so now the Players Union is having a vote to see if they're going to accept or reject. All right, so let's go over a couple of tweets here. Jim Bowden, he said, 38-member executive board will vote at 3 p.m. It actually got switched to 5 p.m. But on here he says at 3 p.m. on MLB latest proposal of a 60-game season. Players Union should do the right thing and accept and get baseball back on the field for a late July opening day. If they reject, owners don't have to implement. They can keep negotiating with less games. All right, then he came out and said MLBPA executive board meeting now moved from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So it was originally supposed to be 3, then it got to 5, got moved to 5. Here are a couple of things at 5 p.m. that the players will be voting on. 1 is a 60-game full prorated salary. 2 is no salary guarantee in events games not played. 3 is $25 million minimum playoff pool for 2020. Number 4, if fewer than 50 games are played, then 2021 expanded playoffs and DH removed. Number 5, no additional salary advance relief. And number 6, no modifications qualifying offer. Okay, so I know some of this stuff can get really confusing. There's a few tweaks, like I said, from last week's proposal and talks, but we're still at 60 games, right? We are at full prorated salaries, but the union said they wanted 70, and that's not going to happen, so it's back down to 60. So then Jim says, Players Union knows they will not be able to get more money for players if they reject this offer. Whether owners implement or keep negotiations going, the games and dollars will go down, and Risky, an arbitrator, will rule clubs didn't negotiate in good faith. 5 p.m., save MLB. Now, Ken Rosenthal hopped on Twitter and said, confirming Jim's report, also MLB unwilling to provide additional funds for players in either 2020 or 2021 playoff pool. MLB proposal was to forgive $33 million of $170 million advance, only for players on split contracts. Both sides can agree to eliminate the age expanded playoffs for 2021 now. And then he said, to be clear, both sides would be eliminating the universal DH for 2021, not the DH. Apologies for any confusion. Okay, so those are the details. Again, sometimes this gets a little bit confusing because there are so many details. So again, I know some people had already been tweeting on here saying, isn't this the same offer basically that the Players Union turned down last week? It's not exactly the same. Again, a couple of small tweaks to it, but we'll see what happens today at 5 o'clock. We should know very shortly whether they accept or do not. If they do not accept, then MLB, I guess, could then give another, I guess they're going to call it a counter proposal. I don't know what you call it. I mean, we've had so many of them, but I guess they could. My guess is they just implement the season that they want, which could be even fewer than 60 games. But again, we're really, really getting close now to running out of time, especially with the COVID stuff going on and Major League teams, spring training complexes being shut down and players testing positive. We need to have a spring training, and they don't want the season to go very far into the fall. So let's see what happens here very shortly. Hopefully something gets done and we can get back to baseball. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Thanks to our patrons on Patreon for supporting the channel.